Stranger Things 3 premiered a few days ago, and if you saw the season, you can agree with me that this is one of the best seasons of any series that has premiered so far. It had a lot of suspense, it had drama, and it also had romance between the characters. But before I begin, if you haven't watched Stranger Things 3, I do not recommend that you continue watching this video because obviously I'm gonna be using spoilers from said season. If you haven't figured out by now what I meant with the emotional roller coaster, I'm referring to Jim Hopper's death. Well, we see at the end how Joyce makes the machine explode. While Hopper is still inside, we see how obviously the machine explodes and some scientists disintegrate because of the explosion itself. After that big explosion and after the camera pans, we don't really get to see any more of Hopper, so we assume that he's dead. Obviously, Joyce is crying. She eventually goes to her son Will. She gives him a big hug, and one of the most emotional moments of this finale is when Eleven starts looking for Hopper, who is her adoptive father, and Joyce starts staring at Eleven. And here we see how she realizes that Hopper isn't there, so Hopper didn't survive. But this doesn't end in a completely sad ending, because we see that Joyce actually adopts Eleven, and Joyce with her kids, including now 11, are moving out of Hawkins in order to get away from all of these unpleasant memories. But is Jim actually dead? My answer to this is no, and I'm gonna be explaining why. As we know, we did see the explosion and we saw that some bodies disintegrated, but we never got to see Jim Hopper's body disintegrate. We never saw him disappear, and although we do not see him anymore, we get a little hint that he may be still alive. I'm referring to the last scene where we see that it's in Russia and that the Russians are gonna select a prisoner that they have, and one of the guards says, not the American. They grab a Russian prisoner and they drag him to this cage where a Demogorgon is, and they're basically using prisoners as food for that Demogorgon. I'm thinking that the American prisoner that the Russians have is actually Jim Hopper. Another detail that actually supports this theory is that when the US military arrive to arrest the Russians, we don't see that they actually get to capture them, so I think that there's another way out of this facility, and that when the explosion happened, Jim Hopper jumped and accidentally discovered one of the exits, saving himself, but the Russians finding him and taking him with them. Something else that probably happened is that Hopper jumped into the upside down portal before he could disintegrate, and when the explosion happened, it somehow opened up the portal found in Russia and closed the one in Hawkins. So Hopper was now in the upside down, but was found by the Russians. So that's how he ended up being a prisoner of the Russians. This is just a theory I have. Let me know what's your opinion in the comment section below. Thanks for watching the video. Remember that if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, share this video, and also if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to see more content. This has been All Around.